Hey Wellness Warriors, it's Dr. Zarowski, and in this video we're going to talk about the best way to overcome the flu. I want to cover why we get the flu, also the supplements you can take, and then the different things that you can implement in your lifestyle to help you naturally overcome the flu right now. A lot of people are suffering from the flu right now and different bugs and pathogens. So anyway, what we can do is make sure that we are setting ourselves up to just clock these different viruses as they attack your body and overcome them quickly. So let's go ahead and dive in. But before we do, I'm Dr. Nick Zarowski and welcome to the channel. Be sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and for all my natural health videos, go to www.drz.tv. We're going to kick off and talk about, well, why do you actually get the flu in the first place? Okay, because this is something that's been up for debate for a long period of time. Now, one of the big reasons that we get sick in the wintertime is typically because we are spending way more time indoors, all right? As you are indoors, you basically are not getting fresh air. There's a lot of recirculated air through your home. There's more pathogens. Overall, it's just not a great environment. Getting outside and moving is very important. And so because people tend to be less active and stay indoors more, that certainly is going to depress your immune system and make you more vulnerable to getting the flu. Now, another reason that the flu is something that goes around so harshly during wintertime is that the rhinovirus reproduces more efficiently during cold temperatures. And so that's always going to make the colder temperature regions and also the different seasons of the year with cold temperatures basically make you more likely to get the flu. Now, the other thing that we have to look at is less sunshine. Okay, we know that sunshine is very good for our immune system. That's where we get lots of good vitamin D from. And if we aren't getting sunshine, then we are essentially going to be a little bit immune depressed. So we're not getting that sunshine. And then the other thing is more junk food, right? What comes with cooler temperatures? Well, you know what? What comes with that is going to be lots of partying, holidays, New Year's, Christmas, Thanksgiving, right? All these different holidays are focused around this time of year where a lot of people are consuming lots of sugar and unfortunately a little bit more stressed out and getting less sleep, okay? So we have to take all of those things into consideration. Okay, now let's go ahead and talk about some of the vitamins that we can take. And we're going to look at an article from New Vision Health Center, and you can actually find a link to this article in the description, and I'll link it because it has a lot of resources that is hyperlinked within the article if you want to learn more about anything we talk about. So you can find a link to this New Vision Health Center article in the description below. So 11 top vitamins, and I want to talk about each one of them in the way of how I perceive them, okay? N-acetylcysteine is the first we'll look at. Now, if you're fighting anything that is going to be like congestion, trouble breathing, stuffy nose, anything like that, using N-acetylcysteine is great because it is a tool that can be used in order to actually help break up mucus and clean out the lungs. So any type of congestion or respiratory virus or illness, definitely you want to be using N-acetylcysteine. It is a powerful precursor to glutathione, which is the strongest antioxidant in the body. So NAC is really great and it helps decrease inflammation as well. And so now let's move on to D3. D3 is a very important one. This one's highly overlooked. A lot of people are not getting enough vitamin D3. Essentially, what you have to really be doing is getting about 30 to 45 minutes of sunlight hitting your skin every single day in order to get adequate amounts of vitamin D3. If you're somebody who works outside, you're a contractor, maybe you're somebody who does lawn maintenance or something like that, you're getting lots of sunshine on your skin. The problem is most people are working indoors or working at desks and they're never getting enough vitamin D3 because they are not spending time out in the sun. So you want to make sure that you're using vitamin D. This is probably the most important vitamin we'll talk about here, which is actually more of a hormone than a vitamin, but it's very important because every cell in the body needs vitamin D in order to function properly, and your immune system absolutely requires it. So you can use vitamin D3 if you want to clock that flu virus and get yourself healthy. Vitamin C is probably, I'd say, is kind of overrated because everybody knows about it and everybody typically will take vitamin C when sick. It's like they'll avoid everything else, won't do anything else, but they'll take lots of vitamin C. But just know that using vitamin C is a really good option. I'm a big fan of making sure you have high quality vitamin C. This is something that a lot of people miss. Most vitamin C out there is coming from like GMO corn and very inexpensive, cheap sources. And I get it. Look, you want to save money where you can. However, I don't particularly like vitamin C that's sourced like that. So, always make sure that you're buying good quality vitamin C. And I mean, honestly, you can tell by just looking at the price of it. If it's like a super, super cheap one, you better believe it's a very low quality source. Some would argue, what's it matter? It's vitamin C. Hey, do what you want with your health. I'm just giving you the facts on it. So vitamin C is very good for you though during this time. I use like vitamin C drinks, vitamin C supplements, all kinds of different things. Zinc. Okay, zinc is very powerful at entering into the cell, killing a virus. Okay, so I'm a big fan of making sure that you're taking zinc during this time and that you have adequate amounts of it in your system. One of the things that is pretty interesting is there's a study that showed taking zinc reduced the lifespan of the cold by 33%, and it can decrease viral infection times and stop the replication of the virus itself, okay? And so this has been a big one that most people learned about over the past year or so. Now, garlic is another one. Now, you can, of course, supplement with garlic. I'm going to tell you it's pretty potent stuff, but you can supplement with garlic. You can also just add it into your food. I'm a big fan of garlic, so I have no problem putting more garlic into my food. It has amazing immune boosting properties, loaded with antioxidants. It helps fight off germs, and it offers symptom relief. Okay, helps you fight off these symptoms of the cold and flu. And also, it has great antibacterial properties. So I'm a big fan of using garlic whenever necessary. Once again, you can throw this right in your food. You can supplement with it as well, but the supplements are potent. And sometimes you're like burping garlic and you can like taste that garlic in your mouth after supplementing with it. But either way, however you like to do it. Quercetin is a big one that many people learned about over the past 2 years simply because it is a great ionophore. Basically, what that means is that it's very good at taking something like zinc that stops viral replication and is good at doing it. However, it has a really hard time getting into the cell to enter into the cell to stop the viral replication. Quercetin helps shuttle it in. It's like you have this cell, zinc knocks at the door, can't get in. Quercetin opens it up and allows it to get into the cell more or less. And so it has great anti-inflammatory properties. It helps remove mucus from the lungs, helps with coughs and congestions. It's just really great overall. Now you can find quercetin in food sources like red onion, green tea, and also berries. Now green tea, we're going to move right on to green tea because green tea is excellent as well, and a lot of people have come to know quercetin very well over the past 2 years. However, green tea, in my opinion, is the better of the two, and I'll tell you why. It has antiviral properties. It's great at helping with weight loss. Very, very good at boosting your metabolism. It supports your immune system in huge ways, and it's actually considered to be a better ionophore than quercetin itself. So that's why I really like green tea. Now, green tea is something I do prefer to supplement with. You obviously can drink green tea, but to give you an example, like 1 capsule of green tea supplement is equivalent to 10 cups of green tea. So unless you're going to consume an enormous amount of green tea, using a capsule is something that's going to be beneficial for you. Now, green tea in general, you can drink it, but if you're really looking for that boost, use it in supplement form. Magnesium is great too. Magnesium is responsible for over 300 processes in the body. And when you look at magnesium, it can help your body in so many ways. I actually use it every day for sleep purposes, but it also helps decrease inflammation, and it is something that can help you overcome whatever illness you're facing much quicker. It's an excellent immune booster. So you can find magnesium in many different foods like leafy greens, nuts, and many seeds. You can also find it in dark chocolate, which is a great source of magnesium. So I'm a big fan of using magnesium, and then elderberry. Okay. Now, if you're not familiar with elderberry, it's something you can actually make right in your home. You can make some elderberry syrup, but using a elderberry supplement is powerful too. It helps boost your immunity. It's rich in bioflavonoids. These are natural antivirals, and it also just helps boost up the cellular function of the immune system in order to fight off different viruses and illnesses. Ginger is another big one. Now, I like taking ginger just in the way of putting it into my food, okay? I like the way ginger tastes. I know some people that's not the case for, but it's really, really powerful for fighting respiratory viruses. And so I love to add this in as an immune booster. And then turmeric is great too. The reason for this is it's very good at boosting your immune system, but also helping dampen inflammation. That is what it's known for, is really, really dampening inflammation and helping you out in a big way there, okay? So we talked about some of these powerful supplements. Like I said, I'll put a link in the description below to this article if you want to go in and get more resources from it. But let's talk about lifestyle a little bit, okay? Because there's certain lifestyle factors that are loved by viruses and bacteria. Okay, so let's give an example of one. You being run down because you're not getting enough sleep. Okay, so this allows these things to thrive in your body. Consuming an excessive amount of carbohydrates, okay, this will allow pathogens to thrive in your body. And then sugar basically feeds them. Okay, so if you want to get well and get well fast, make sure that you're coming off sugar. Like, I know that when our kids get sick or when I get sick, it's like, man, make sure we're staying away from the sugar 100%, because let's not feed this thing in any way. And sugar depresses your immune system too. So not only do you feed the pathogens, but you also go in and diminish your immune system's ability to actually fight these pathogens, viruses, bacteria, all these things off. The other thing you should do is move, okay? It's important. If you are going and exercising, I know if you're sick and you're kind of not into it, you don't feel like going to the gym and grinding it out, but it doesn't mean that you can't go for a good walk. You know, if you can go on a treadmill and walk and get some steps in, that's going to be powerful. Anything you can do to help boost up like growth hormone in your body, boost up good hormones that are going to help you heal and recover faster, it's excellent, okay? Increasing blood flow, oxygenation throughout your body, it's good for you. So make sure you always try to add in exercise whenever you're sick as well. So here's some of the top tips that you can utilize in order to boost your immune system so that you can fight the flu naturally. Many people get very afraid of the flu. Many people turn to using things like the flu shot. I am not a fan of that. I'm not a fan of synthetic immunity. I'm a huge fan of natural immunity. So let's not just let our immune system become depleted to where it's not functioning. It's literally just, dead on arrival. And then people go and give themselves a whole bunch of synthetic cocktails in order to try to boost themselves back up. Why not just boost your immune system? Like, do the right things to boost your immune system, and then you don't have to worry about all these other forms of synthetic immunity, okay? Focus on what your body is naturally able to accomplish when you actually take care of it, because not only do these very same things protect you from, viruses and bacteria, these same lifestyle habits protect you from disease, okay? Just like many of these particular nutrients we mentioned also protect you from disease, because when your immune system isn't functioning well, it's the same thing that allows like cancer cells and allows disease processes to flourish in your body. So make sure you're doing the right things for your health. And if you like this video, I think you'll really like this video over here next.